Is it possible to make a compelling game within a 64 by 64 pixel resolution? It's the size of your desktop icons. Well, that's been a few years that passionate developers are doing it, doing a game dev competition called the LOWREZJAM. I played more than 60 entries over 28 hours of live. Let's see what are the top 5 LOWREZ games you should definitely play and draw inspiration from. Madness in Square by Balint Magyar. A compact block puzzle with a twist. The idea is to harvest as much as possible vegetables from a 2x2 blocks garden in 30 turns. You have 4 possible actions. Till the ground to make it suitable for a plant to grow, plant a seed, which can be done only on tiled ground, water a block, which plants need to grow and not die out, and finally harvest to collect plants. These actions are also represented as blocks. Each turn, you get a random set of action blocks that you can rearrange and apply to a garden. So be careful of secondary effects. For example, harvesting a snake will damage you, and tiling a plant will destroy it. Oh, and by the way, snakes can spawn on any of these blocks, but you can kill them by tiling or watering them. There is a big random factor in this game, which makes it incredibly fun and replayable. It would make for a perfect mobile game. Blob Omelette by Gibrin. Blob Omelette is a fast-paced puzzle platformer with crazy simple controls, using 2 buttons only. One to stretch horizontally and one vertically. The direction your blob takes is decided by your current speed and on which side you're colliding. That's actually why this is a fast-paced puzzle game. While you have all the time in the world to figure out a solution to each level, execution is going to be fast. You really have to use the momentum of each move. The game has a ton of levels that will make you feel very clever each time. For the more courageous ones, there are some optional eggs you can collect. To be fair, the game is near complete, but I would love to see a commercial release. Pile of Bullets by Brondo. Pile of Bullets is all you have left to drive an invading force off your planet for good. Pile of Bullets is a very interesting take on tactical shooters mixed with traditional raid games. As you go through waves of enemies, you'll be able to move around a small 3x3 grid. You can then shoot at the enemies with your gun, or with powerful consumables missiles. Of course, enemies can also shoot at you, and you have to either avoid the projectiles or use your limited shield to protect you. Enemies have different shooting patterns that you need to understand to beat them. While story is not this game's main focus, there are still 3 levels separated by nice little cutscenes with story elements. I will definitely see a longer version of this game, with more levels and more enemy types. Be prepared for a very satisfying ending. Icarus by indiedev. Pilot your ship in a desperate attempt to stop the sun from consuming the Earth. Repair machines, refuel the engines, and keep the ship running long enough to reach it. Icarus is a well-executed management survival game. There is just enough resources and machine types to make it a simple game that can be completely understood just by trial and error. Each machine in the ship has a specific purpose and some needs. For example, the oxygen machine produces oxygen if you fill it with plants or energy. Plants grow with time and are also useful to create biomass. Energy is needed by most of the machines, and you need to generate it yourself using the generator. Add to that any machine can break and will need to be fixed. You also have to extinguish fires before you run out of oxygen. And the list goes on. Before no time, you're gonna be running everywhere like crazy. I would definitely see a roguelike version of this game, with multiplayer. Pocket Drill Punk by Thinker. Pocket Drill Punk is a drilling tactical RPG with turn-based battles. Your goal is to reach the dangerous depths of the world and kill a powerful boss. RPG usually use a top-down approach for exploring the world between battles. But Pocket Drill Punk innovates by using a fun side-view drilling game. All the exploration is made by drilling tiles or using a jetpack. Even the battles are triggered by drilling a tile with an enemy on it. There are different types of tiles that you can drill out to get various kinds of resources. These resources are crucial because you're gonna use them in battle. For example, dirt is the most useful one as it is used by a lot of different skills. It is also the easiest one to find. On the contrary, depending on the generated map you choose, some resources are gonna be hard to get. Grass is very sparse on the ice map, making it very difficult to use defensive skill. The turn-based battles are really simple. It uses telegraphed attacks, like you can see in Slay the Spire. Enemies and yourself can only either attack, defend, or do nothing. The real challenge is gonna be to manage your resources. The weakest point in my opinion is that you can drill as much as you want, without any risk. Meaning you can just grind and never lose. This could be fixed by adding more obstacles during the drilling phase, like enemies that can attack you directly. The game has a lot of potential, and I would love to see a complete commercial version. And we're done with my top 5 games from the LOWREZJAM. I'm curious, which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. But don't go! We're not done yet. So now, let's quickly look at some honorable mentions. Sector 4096 by Machine Screen. It's an horror game in 3D from a first-person point of view, and you need to get out of here by finding hidden keycards while avoiding a creepy monster. We got tons of fun with this game on the live. Satellite Dreamer Perish by 43Sam. It's a simple Metroidvania puzzle platformer with well-polished mechanics, 3 bosses, a big map, and interesting narrative. To Train by Struff. It's a simulation puzzle game where you need to gather resources and bring them back at specific locations. Beware of crashing with the other trains though. Wrecked by Jack Oldley. It's a clever yet simple battle card game about personalities. I would definitely see it included in a AAA game as a minigame. Let's finish with my own game, Lueur. It's a minimalist city builder with bits of survival elements. It is set up in a medieval fantasy world, where you play as the last light, the last hope of humanity against darkness. Thanks for watching this video, which is actually my first on YouTube. It was really fun to make, and I already learned a lot for the next ones. The best way to help me would be to let me know in the comments what you think of the video and how I could make it better. Of course, subscribing to my channel and liking the video will help a ton too. The next video is gonna talk about how to find inspiration as a game developer, so be sure to hit that notification bell so you know when it's out. Oh, by the way, YouTube thinks these videos might interest you. Thanks for watching, see you next time.